live stream of some more BloxFruits, as we do every day. And today something very sad happened. Ooh, I don't want to speak about it too much because, yeah. You know, if you don't know, I'm trying to get skill guitar. And you need one dock frag. To get skull guitar. And I searched it up online on the internet. I found there's a way to get some dark fragments, which is leaving an auto clicker on in the second C to get Fist of Darkness. By the way, you need a Fist of Darkness to get dark fragment. It's very complicated, alright? Well, it's actually not that complicated, but if you think of it in the wrong way, sadly, it can get complicated, but yeah, that's what I mean, you know? So, okay. Did you get it? Alright, there's something very sad, alright? You know, I installed an auto clicker, so I left my computer on overnight to click for me. So, alright. So, you know, if you stay too long in a game for being AFK, you get idle. So, I got an auto clicker to click for me so I don't become idle. And then I just stood in one place. I have 2 dark fragments. I will fight it with you. Alright. So, basically, I stand in one place, and I kept jumping. Like, I put a weight on my space bar, so I kept jumping. So yeah, I could get the Fist of Darkness. Then when I got the Fist of Darkness, I was trying to but I got the Fist of Darkness. I woke up in the morning at 10 a.m. and so I had a Fist of Darkness, and a few people gave me like 5. I gave you a quick 5 stuff in my inventory, right? And then I put my Fist of Darkness, then it spawned Darkbeard. But my computer, I left it on overnight. So I left it on, I then joined you, right? I left it on for I left it on for about, this is today by the way, like a few hours ago. Like about 6 hours ago this happened. 5 or 6 hours ago. Then I left it on, and then remember, I left it on, guys, so my computer was too laggy. Wait for me, right? And then, I wasn't able to get enough damage on Darkbeard, Blackbeard, to get the Dark Fragment. So now I have to leave my computer on a whole lot of other, now I have to leave it on again. And this is so annoying, chat. I'm working really hard to do this, and it's not working. Oh no, sorry to hear that. Bruh. And it's alright. And it was okay, guys. But I can't do it right now on the stream because as you know that you have to wait 4 hours to get the Fist of Darkness. So it's very hard, guys. So yeah. But anyways, alright. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, alright, bro. Let's go, guys. So Jeremy there? No, Jeremy's not there. Anyways, what should we do, chat? I don't know what I'm gonna do. Let's go 3rd and grind. 3rd and grind, guys. Ew, that's all I'm gonna do. Bro. 3rd and grinding. Yo. Yeah, it's still on. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do, chat. We're just gonna 3rd and grind. Huh? Jew Apple? What's that? What do you mean? Hi, Apple, what's up? What's up, Ezra? Ben's alright. Okay. So, bro. I can't believe that happened. Oh my god, I can't believe that happened. Oh my god. Why? Bro. Guys, I can't believe that, it was so laggy. I wasn't even able to get it, guys. Why was I not able? Bruh, my lighting's gone off. Let me just put my lighting on. 3, 2, 1, boom. Alright. But guys, like I can't believe that happened. Okay, this time I'm gonna do it this night. I'm gonna leave my computer on today's night, like overnight today. And hopefully I get the Fist of Darkness again. And my computer doesn't lag because that's what we don't want that. No. Alright. So anyways, okay. Whew. So bro, I'm you might think why am I not getting all the things in the game? The reason I'm not getting CDK is because like it's quite hard. The reason I'm not getting TTK is because I'm gonna get it soon. But anyways, alright. So okay. And the reason I can't get soul guitar is because this dog fragment stuff, guys. So yeah. I'm just gonna collect all these chests, hoping I might get the Fist of Darkness, hoping that I might. But yeah. Anyways, alright. Yep, so alrighty guys. Come on. Alright. So anyways, you know what I'm gonna do before grinding? That's a glitch with the game, I don't know. But yeah, so what we are going to do, alright? If you wanna know what we're gonna do now, is we are going to go all the way here to 30 and we're gonna grind some bones because I want Dragon Talon. So yeah, I might auto click some bones as well. Should I get some bones? Should I just go straight to grinding? I don't know what to do, chat. But okay, so bruh. I then join. What do you mean you join? I mean you can join if you want. But yeah. Anyways, okay. Is alright. Bro. So yeah. Anyways, alright. Did you fight the boss? You mean Greybeard? No, you don't understand, guys. You don't understand. But anyways, alright. Chat. Okay. But bro, let me just do that. Okay, alright. Let's grind some bones. First step, grinding some bones, alright? So grinding some bones. I was not watching. Bro, I was not streaming then. But yeah. Bro, I don't think you guys understand. But it's alright, check. Come on. Bro, ayo, don't tell me there's a... Ayo, I swear. If there's a hacker grinding bones, I'm gonna kill them. Straight away, chat. If there's a hacker grinding kills, I'll kill them for bounty, guys. Like, alright. More bounty equals better. Like, bro. Like, you get damage buffs when you get more bounty, so... more bounty actually helps you. So that's why you should grind bosses for bounty actually. So yeah, ayo. Nah, there's someone called what's up, Godzilla? Bruh. Anyways, okay. But anyways, the server you in was dead. You a hacker? Huh? The server you were in was dead. You a hacker? Me and another player, but then it was popular. Why are you calling me a hacker, boss? Huh? Who was your first view? I don't know. I typed wrong, or I don't understand what you mean, boss. But anyways, alright. Something, guys. Alrighty, chat, let's go. Please, no! Flash step! Bro. Huh? Get the hell out of here. What do you mean? Godzilla? There was a hacker in the server you were in, huh? Oh. Hey, did he hack? Nobody talk about my boy like that. I think it's a misunderstanding, guys. Bro, bro, seriously, guys. I think it's a misunderstanding. He was talking about someone else being a hacker. I think he was talking about someone else being a hacker. But yeah. Anyways, guys, let's grind some bones. Let's grind some bones. Like, bro. Like, bro. Please. Guys, that's it. Guys, I've tried hard with this so much nights. Like, bruh. Like, I've done this for so much days, just leaving my computer on overnight. Like, not worked. Like, and the battery, it's not working. Like, bro. I can use Quake to take out the island. What do you mean, Quake? Take out the island. I don't know what this dude means, but I can't tell what. Like, guys, what do you mean by use Quake to take out the island? What do you mean by taking out the island? Like, huh? Taking out the island? What do you mean by that? But yeah, let's just grind some bones, I guess. That's all I'm gonna do. Just grind bones. I'm just gonna grind some bones, guys. That's what we're doing today. We're grinding bones. That's what we're doing. With, yeah. How much bones do I even have in my inventory? How much bones do I even have? I don't care. I don't know. I'm thirsty, alright. Bro, alright. Let me see how much bones I have. I'm not talking to you, Godzilla. I'm talking to myself. It like the ship. Use cake. Do women that thing to kill the island at the right point. Alright. Anyways, bro. 22 bones? Hey, yo, should I just use my... Yo, Apple, put your stats in. What do you want me to put my stats in? Alright, I have good stats, guys. I have good stats. Don't worry about me. I have good stats. Hey, yo, I'm gonna use my autoclicker right now. Boom. Haha. Hey. Hey. Hey, careful with my mouse. I don't like to click on things accidentally. I put my autoclicker on, chat. No, boom. Please. Nah. What the? Nah. I'm stopping my autoclicker. I'm stopping my autoclicker. That's it. I don't know what happened.
It's actually not that complicated. It's very complicated, alright?
It's time to go ultimate grind mods. See tomorrow. Alright. I guess. Nah. Okay. Boom. No.
Well, not that. It's actually not that.
No, that's it. Nah.
What happened? It's actually not that complicated. It's very
Nah.
complicated, alright?
Stop. It literally, this autoclicker's like so annoying. Huh? Yo. What do I do now?
It's time to go ultimate grind mods. See tomorrow, alright? I guess.
Bro! This is... Ew.
No, that's it.
Nah, guys, actually. Like, I seriously need help right now. What's this dude doing? What's this dude doing? Nah. I have idea. No! No. What the? Huh? That's. I'm just gonna turn my auto click off. That's. I'm just gonna. I swear. I'm just gonna actually. Guys, should I just? I might end right here. If the autoclicker is gonna act like this, I might end. Like, I mean, if the autoclicker won't act like this, I can always end if the autoclicker wants. And bro, and I've also just lost my Fist of Darkness today. I'm probably just gonna. Should I just end, bruh? Alright, so ending was alright. Guys, can you stop spamming? Oh yeah. Bruh. That's it. Alright, so yeah, let's grind some bones. Hey guys. Yo, Apple, what's up, L? We're grinding bones today. I kinda lost a Fist of Darkness now. You know, kind of. I'm using an autoclicker, guys. Who likes autoclicking? Guys, who autoclicks? Guys, if you grind by autoclicking and going AFK, you seriously need help. Actually, you need help. Hey. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. 1, 2, 3. Then, oh, everyone come to me. Nah. Give me that bones. Crazy. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Those bones are crazy. Like, I swear to you guys. That. Uh. Hmm? 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 Finally, guys. Ew. Huh? Ew. Shut. Bro. Like, literally chat. Yo, guys. Like, bro. It's alright. Okay, so yeah. I'm really bored.
YouTube Music Premium with this toggle thingy.
Ultimate destruction.
You're watching a toothbrush play Billie Eilish. But did you know there's a YouTube music app where you can also listen to the EDM version, the ska version, and of course, the original version? Duh. Get YouTube Music Premium.
ultimate destruction. 100 frames per second of high-octane, fuel-injected devastation detonated in slow cinematic poetry. Watching this much beauty on a phone is like watching a sunrise through a straw. Let's put me on something bigger. Some things belong on the big screen. Watch YouTube on your TV.
You're watching a toothbrush play Billie Eilish. But did you know there's a YouTube music app where you can also listen to the EDM version, the ska version, and of course, the original version? Duh. Get YouTube Music Premium.
On 2,500 frames per second of explosive cinematic poetry. Watching me on a phone is like watching a sunrise through a straw. Some things belong on the big screen. Watch YouTube on your TV.
You're watching a toothbrush play Billie Eilish. But did you know there's a YouTube music app where you can also listen to the DM version, the Scar version, and of course, the original version, duh. Get YouTube Music Premium.
Some things belong on the big screen. Watch YouTube on your TV. 2,500 frames per second of explosive cinematic poetry. Watching me on a phone is like watching a sunrise through a straw. Some things belong on the big screen. Watch YouTube on your TV. The YouTube Music app. Can sense what you like from the moment you open the app. Ooh.
Listen to shockingly good podcasts on the YouTube Music app. Listen to shockingly good podcasts on the YouTube Music app.
just an explosion. I'm 2,500 frames per second of high-octane, fuel-injected devastation detonated in slow cinematic poetry. Watching this much beauty on a phone is like watching a sunrise through a straw. Let's put me on something bigger. Some things belong on the big screen. Watch YouTube on your TV.
Yeah, Ezra, I am okay. Why do you think I look sad? Yeah, so anyways, do you wanna try getting Ezra, do you wanna try getting CDK? Hey, yo, guys, let me search up the BloxFruits guide. Yo, guys, should I search up the BloxFruits guide? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it.
You can fight these snow demons, and they will take you all the way to max level. And then, congratulations, ladies.
Nah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good to know. Alright, good. I'm grounded, so I can't. Alright, so you can just talk to me in the chat, I guess. If you're bored.
Discover new music with a swipe on the YouTube Music app.
Emergency, I might start ending the stream if you're gonna continue the spamming, chat. I might end the stream if you're gonna continue the spamming, and this is an emergency, guys. I can't deal with my stream with spamming, guys. Can you please just give me a good day today and just don't spam the chat? I remember you, alright? And please don't and I remember that you spammed before. You're my top one spammer, alright? Can you please just stop spamming, man? Alright, I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say now. Please add me. I'll add you, but please, bro. Please just stop spamming. Who wants to get added on the timeout list, guys? Who wants to get added on the timeout list? Who wants to get added on the timeout list, guys? So get added on the timeout list. Let me see the chat with my little binoculars here. It looks like someone with the user of Mr. Zyroxia is spamming the chat. Maybe he's trying to annoy me in some way. Maybe he should be added to my timeout list, guys. What do you think of that, guys? Like, yeah, I know, Ezra. Like, I know what you mean. Like, this dude spamming my chat and he expects me to listen to him. Like, you know what I mean? You got me? Yes, sir. Thanks, Ezra. Thanks, XXMon too. Hey yo, we back, chat, we back, guys, and we are ending the stream off, guys. Who's excited? Now, who is excited to the stream? Well, it's kind of sad we're ending, and also of what happened today, but I kind of forgot about it because I had a good stream with you guys. Thanks, you guys, for making me feel better. So yes, sir. Alright. Okay. 10 likes, appreciate it. Any okay. W stream, appreciate it. But anyways, alright. So guys. Yeah. So guys, if you like the no. Alright guys, but guys, if you like this video,